If you hear the sound of my voice right now, congrats. You made it to Friday. The end of the work week is nigh. I'm your host, Andrew, and this is Crypto Espresso, your teeny tiny daily shot of caffeinated crypto headlines. And let's just sashay shante into the news, shall we? First up, federal prosecutors in the US have charged Kwon with fraud, hours after his sensational arrest in Montenegro. The Terraform Labs co-founder has been on the run for months after UST and Luna collapsed. What? No, wait, huh? He said he wasn't trying to hide at all. This is fake news. Anyway, Bloomberg reports that he was detained at an airport in Podgorica and had attempted to board a flight to Dubai using falsified Costa Rican travel documents. Kwon has been charged with conspiracy to defraud, 2 counts of commodities fraud, securities fraud, wire fraud, and conspiracy to defraud and engage in market manipulation by the Southern District of New York. If he ends up being extradited to the US over South Korea, New York State will be prosecuting the 2 largest criminal cases to emerge from this bear market. Hey, I'm prosecuting here. Cash App has been accused of facilitating fraud on a massive scale and distorting user metrics. The explosive report by Hindenburg Research, explosive Hindenburg. Who wrote this? Argues that the Bitcoin-friendly platform has failed to tackle money laundering and the use of its payment tools by criminals and bad actors. It claims that ex-employees believe up to 75% of accounts reviewed were involved in fraud, with Hindenburg claiming that it managed to get a Cash App debit card in Donald Trump's name without any questions. Block's stock declined as much as 20% on Thursday, and it's down 55% over the past 12 months. In a statement given to CoinMarketCap, Block says that it will explore legal action, adding that the report is factually inaccurate and misleading. Fresh from receiving a Wells notice from the SEC indicating enforcement action is likely, Brian Armstrong has revealed how he plans to take on the regulator. Speaking in a Twitter Spaces discussion, the CEO called on crypto supporters to donate to and elect pro-crypto candidates, saying Coinbase will begin to try to organize the approximately 50 million Americans who own or have owned crypto. Armstrong warned the industry could move offshore as the UK and EU step up. Coinbase is going to start putting out content where people can contact their congressman, donate to pro-crypto candidates, show up at town halls, make your voice heard, Armstrong declared. And meanwhile, the SEC has issued a stark warning that tells investors to stay away from crypto. In an investor alert, the regulator said consumers face a significant risk of loss if they dabble in such assets. It went on to stress that trading platforms might not be complying with the law, and even though some will offer proof of reserves, this is not as trustworthy as a financial audit. The SEC then delved deeper into warnings of the high risk of volatile crypto assets and the prevalence of fraud and scams, ending with standard investing advice to have an investment plan, have a diverse portfolio of assets, and understand the risks. Chairman Gary Gensler believes that Bitcoin is a commodity, but all other cryptocurrencies are securities. And finally, the sales of NFTs linked to Metaverse virtual worlds have spiked this year, according to a new DappRadar report. An estimated $502 million was invested into blockchain gaming and Metaverse projects in the first quarter of 2023, and of that, $311 million was linked to digital plots of land. Pointing to a 277% increase in trading volumes, the site added, "The virtual world market has been on a bull run since the start of this year. This is the best quarter for the Metaverse since Terra crashed last May. The number of land trades also hit an all-time high with 146,690 plots sold and resold, an 83% increase over Q4 2022. And speaking of virtual worlds, put on your headsets now. Wow. Click that like button. Wow, the tactiles, it's like it's really there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ooh, so that's what the subscribe button feels like. And click on that little bell icon to get buzzed whenever a new Crypto Espresso video goes live. It's like drinking a tiny cup of coffee in the metaverse. Thoughts on today's show? Well, drop a comment, but beware of spams and scams below. On yesterday's video, in relation to Kwon being arrested, Dean Gajraj said, "Justice demands retribution," which is both very true and Batman-esque. Questions about our headlines or crypto in general? Take the plunge and ask Alex in that description below. Alex is always a great resource for all things Web3 and the Metaverse, and that about does it for today. Again, I've been your host, Andrew. These have been your headlines, and ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. See you Monday.